There are a whole lot of videos out there that tell you how to massage your baby. There's a lot of do's. Do this, do that. If your baby has congestion, here are some points to press on. If your baby has a bellyache, glide your hands like this. But what videos are focusing on what not to do? This one. Get ready. We're going to share 3 absolute don'ts when we're talking about infant massage. I'm Vanessa, creator of Massage Mom Courses, and let's start off, before we get to the don'ts, let's talk about the power of permission, because this is huge. So stay with me here, because then you will completely understand all of the don'ts when we get to them. So the power of permission is this idea that you absolutely need to get permission from somebody in order to touch their body and how to touch their body. I'm a licensed massage therapist in the state of Florida, and here it is a big no-no to overstep any boundaries. Ethically, if a patient tells you that they do not want their feet touched, you stay away from the feet. You can lose your license over that. Why is it that we adhere to these policies when it comes to adults, but not when it comes to pediatric massage or infant massage? So we're going to dive into this a little bit deeper. Okay, so here's a really short history lesson. Back in the 1990s, there was this boom, this explosion of self-help. 1990s, you have to imagine that this is probably around high school or college years for Gen X, and millennials were probably the first generation to be born into this self-help genre explosion. So Gen X and millennials are your leaders of today. They are your educational leaders. They are your CEOs and your entrepreneurs. They are your authors and your speakers. So that is the reason why Gen Y and our little ones, our infants, Generation Alpha, are now being raised with this idea of emotional intelligence and setting strong boundaries, which is absolutely wonderful, right? I have kids, and my kids are learning about emotional intelligence in school. Wonderful. That took a really long time to happen, so that's fantastic. Now, here's where the problem comes in. We're doing a really good job of sharing how important it is to set boundaries when it comes to strangers. But what happens when we are not addressing how to set boundaries within our own family or close friends? So a quick disclaimer, for the next about maybe 30 seconds or so, I'm going to share something that may not be appropriate for your little one's ears. So if you'd like, take a moment to pause or possibly mute, again, just for the next 30 seconds or so, because here is what's happening. Little Layla or little Benny are in a room full of family members, and we're telling them, go hug Uncle John. Let Uncle John know that you missed him. And little Benny or little Layla are not feeling comfortable hugging Uncle John because he tickles them in a way that does not make them feel comfortable. So we are teaching little Layla and little Benny that you have to set boundaries with everyone else, but when it comes to family, you've got to kiss Uncle John, whether it makes you uncomfortable or not. That is a really mixed message that we're sending there. And here's the reason why that is so important. It is because the statistics are way too high. 1 out of every 9 girls and 1 out of every 20 boys are either sexually molested or sexually assaulted, and most of them by people in their family, caretakers, or family friends. So we are doing a great job of teaching setting boundaries, but we need to make sure that they're getting the whole picture. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into those don'ts. Number 1, never massage a crying baby. We want to make sure that we are not massaging a crying baby. And this is counterintuitive, because if a baby is crying, we think this is a perfect opportunity to try to calm them and start the massage. But we need to make sure that we're calming them first before we begin the actual touch therapy. When a baby is crying, they are in their fight or flight mode. They are not wanting to be touched. It's very similar to an adult. If you or I were hysterically crying, chances are you're not okay with somebody coming and rubbing you in the back. Once you're taking deep breaths and you're calm, somebody comes and rubs you in the back, you're like, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So when a baby is crying, we simply need to be there. We need to be present. You can use words or you can just try to stay close to them, hold them, but we are not trying to massage them at that point. Wait until they're calm and then we will go ahead and massage. Number 2, what do we not want to do when we are talking about infant massage is we don't want to massage a sleeping baby. All right. I may be stating the obvious, but if a baby is sleeping, then they clearly did not give you permission. So never massage a sleeping baby. Okay, so that's 1 and 2. Here's number 3. Never massage a baby that is showing any of the red light cues. None, not even one. What do red light cues look like? How do you know that your baby is telling you, no, absolutely not, I am not interested right now? So let's go down that list. Number 1, a baby that is looking away from you and not engaging, that is a big red light cue. Number 2, if they are crying. Number 3, something else that babies will do when they feel uncomfortable is arch their back. Number 4, they'll thrust their arms and their legs kind of rigidly into the air. Number 5, you'll see their fingers spread really wide and really tense, their fingers and their toes. This is a sign of tension. And number 6, you'll see some frowning or some scowling. These are all red light cues. This is a big stop sign, not okay to massage right now. So there you have it, 3 don'ts when we are wanting to give our little ones infant massage. There are so many benefits, but we just need to make sure that we're doing it at the right time. And if we are starting this early to teach them about boundaries and how important it is for them to give permission for others to touch their bodies, we are raising a generation that really understands the power of autonomy. Being the boss of their own physical body, that's huge and extremely, extremely important. All right, if you found any of this information helpful, just take a quick moment to like, comment, and share some of your experiences. Would love to start a dialogue. Share this with somebody that you know, and of course, subscribe. That way you know when the next video is coming out.
Look at me sometimes like all you want.